Hello everyone and welcome to Storytime with Shaaaney. Okay, I decided to tell another story. This is a story of, I'd say around 10, 11-year-old Shaaaney, when he was in year 6, getting expelled from school. Oh yes, I got expelled from fucking middle school. Okay, so, let's think. Let me set the scene here for you, because this is kind of a different, most people get expelled from the school. It's kind of like, they're assholes. I mean, the guys who actually got expelled from my school were actually friends of mine, really good friends of mine, but they were kind of assholes, They like, bit teachers and shit. But I was the nicest, I'd never caused any trouble, never got in trouble, never got detention, never anything like that. I had nothing wrong with me in school, I didn't do anything bad. Now, I used to get bullied a little bit, nowhere near as bad as like a lot of people, but I got picked on a bit. And so it was in the summer, gorgeous everything, and I'm looking forward to going to high school, well, secondary school. And I was like straight A student. I was the best at maths. I was the best at everything. I was smart as fuck. I still am, but now, about 2 weeks from the end, there was this whole big thing where everyone played football with each other. It was really good, and me and two or three of the guys just couldn't do it, and they decided to pick on me. And what happened is, one of them took off his shoe and chucked it at my head, and I was like, ow, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, someone must have threw his shoe. Someone must have took his shoe off him and fucking threw it at me, like an asshole. I was a naive little kid. So I gave him his shoe back, turned around, whack, right in the back of my head. And, he threw it again. And I saw red. I went fucking crazy. I walked up to him, and I kicked him in the back of the legs as hard as I could. And he falls down like a sack of shit, as much as he tried to act all hard. And he was screaming on the floor, ah! 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 And his mum came over, and this is the strangest thing. His mum was one of the supervisors at dinner time for the kids in the playground. And she came over to him. She was like, what did you do to him? Ah! And I was in like anger mode. And his friend, who he was with, came up to me, and he had his lunchbox in his hands. It's lunchtime. And he pushes me. He's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What the fuck do you think you're doing? And of course, I'm seeing red here. I've gone crazy. And I go to kick him in the face. And he puts the lunchbox in the way to stop me. And all I see is the lunchbox fly out of his hand. It goes in slow motion. It's like, no, towards the lady's face. And it's like, right on her face, right on her lip. She's got a busted open lip. She's like, ah! Ah! She's bleeding and everything. She's like, ah! And I get told to go to the headmaster. Oh my god. I went to the headmaster's office, and he was like, I can't believe you've done this, Shaaaney. This is very bad. You can't assault a dinner lady like that. And he, great thing was my mum and the headmaster had a real bad history. I think it's because I got bullied by a couple of people, and my mum really got mad, and she went to see the headmaster, and he was like, oh, of course, nothing like that happens at the school, and mum went crazy. Anyway, he was like, I'm going to take you home, and you're not coming back. And he took me home, and he knocked on the door, and my mum answers, and I run in, and he starts saying stuff like, oh, he did something, and then my mum just closed the door in his face, slammed it really hard, and, yeah. And I was crying, of course. I had to leave all my friends, I had a few friends who I really loved, and I was crying. I was so upset. You have no idea how upset I was. But yeah, that's always a fun story to tell. No. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe I'll think of some more things to tell story time about. Bye bye.